I am so excited to share this information with you today, and that is that the chiropractic adjustment can decrease our stress hormones. And the hormone I want to talk about today is cortisol. Now, the endocrine system, also known as the hormonal system, is what's responsible for producing and distributing hormones throughout our bodies. When we receive a chiropractic adjustment, that sensory information is received by special receptors on the spine called mechanoreceptors. And those mechanoreceptors are going to relay information to the spinal cord, which is then transmitted to the brain to an area called the hypothalamus. Now, the hypothalamus is just like Grand Central Station in our brains. It's going to take all sensory information and decide where it goes from there. One of the areas that it sends sensory information to is our pituitary gland, right next to it. Now, the pituitary gland is where the nerve system and the endocrine system link together. That happens because that sensory information coming from the hypothalamus is going to either tell the pituitary gland that stress is increased or decreased in the body. And when we receive an adjustment, more often than not, that stress is going to be lowered. Therefore, the neurohormones that are produced within the pituitary gland are going to change. Okay? And cortisol is affected in this way. So those neurohormones are made, and they're going to act on the adrenal glands, which are on top of each of our kidneys. The adrenal glands are where cortisol is made. So there's a couple things that happens when cortisol increases. Number one, blood sugar is going to increase. Number two, our blood pressure is going to increase. And if it's elevated for long enough, we can start to have a weakening of the muscles and brittle bones can develop. Most importantly, we also note that when cortisol increases, our immune response is going to decrease. So, we don't want that to happen because that leaves us more vulnerable to illness and to sickness. So very, very important things that happen with the chiropractic adjustment. And that's one of the reasons why we note that after getting adjusted on a regular basis, we might note that we're not getting sick as often. We're having more energy because of the stress hormones, which are a flight or fight response type hormone, is kept at bay, and our bodies are able to respond to stresses that we all have throughout our day, throughout our week, in a healthy and normal way.